with Gail Lukasik, who recently discovered she has a whole new family after uncovering her mother's secret. Her mother was living as a white woman, but was mixed race. Joining us now, Gail's half-uncle, Azimar Frederick, and her half-cousin, Stephanie Frederick. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
So at the crux of the book is Gail's search for information about her mom's dad, Azimar. And she has great difficulty finding a photo of him, figuring out what, because your mom's mom was in your life and she looked white.
Yes.
But your mom's dad was not really in your life and you didn't know much about him.
No.
Well, you are that man's son. Your granddad was Azimar. You're Azimar.
Correct.
He had a second family after the family he started with Gail's mom, and there were 5 kids. You're one of them. And Stephanie, you're Azimar's daughter.
Correct.
Okay.
That's very good.
That took a lot of homework. A lot of homework.
That's not easy.
All right, so Azimar, let me ask you about your dad and what did you believe in terms of his race and your race?
We lived in a mostly Italian neighborhood. There was one Asian man, and it was our family. We didn't know the difference.
Was your dad? Did you think he was black, or how did he appear to you?
I just knew him as Dad.
Dad. So race wasn't even an issue. Now, one of the most bizarre things of this whole story is that as Gail's writing this book about her mom, right, white like her, Stephanie is working on a documentary called
Light Girls.
About fair-skinned.
About colorism in America, how light skin is preferred over dark skin. And one of the things we explored in this documentary was racial passing. And I knew I had it in our background. I knew it was in my family. My dad's family, love them, but they held a lot of secrets. And so we really didn't know, people ask you all the time, well, what are you guys?
What are you? Right.
When you look at the family, you see their picture over there, we didn't know. And quite frankly, we're young. We didn't care.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
not thinking
Dad
about
said,
that.
This is Dad. Love him. And
The unfortunate thing about our
society.
society is that it makes you know, right?
Exactly.
That's why your mom made the choice she did. And one of the takeaways of this book is that race is a social construct.
That was my takeaway
Explain
when
that.
I did the. Well, here's the best way for me to explain it. I give a lot of presentations, and people say to me, "Well, how do you identify now that you know of your background?" And I say, I identify as I'm a white woman with a mixed race heritage because I was socialized as a white woman. I grew up in a white neighborhood, and that's what I know, and that's my upbringing. So that's a social construct in my mind.
When you first so a friend of yours saw Gail on Genealogy Roadshow, and did they know that she might have a connection to you? Did they see the whole thing, or how did you first say, I'm going to send Gail an email?
Well, our Light Girls documentary had just aired on OWN, and my friend calls, and I'm thinking she's calling to say, hey, Steph, great doc, right? And instead, she kind of carefully leads me down the road talking about her family and always wanting to know her family history. And she goes, by the way, there was this woman on television last night. I was just flipping through channels, and she mentioned your father's name, and she's looking for her family in New Orleans. And she said, Stephanie, she's a white woman. And I said, well, that's possible. And I thought, what the heck has Dad done? I said, I am going to have to, buffer this for my mother, who was really sick at the time. And so I said, let me get in front of this. And so I hurriedly tried to find the documentary and watch it, the story and watch it. And I watched it and I said, yeah, she's family. I saw the picture of her mother, and I'm like, she looks just like my father's family. Well, of course, they share the same grandfather.
And Gail had revelations in her own life, too, where her daughter looked more like you, but your son was more olive complexion.
Yes.
And your husband is very fair, too.
Oh,
so,
yes.
So you had some sort of aha moments, too.
Yeah, absolutely. My son favors my mother. And she used to say, oh, he's my favorite because he looks like me. And nobody else looks like me. So, yeah, absolutely.
The book is fascinating and is a comment not just on Gail's family and the secret keeping, but on our society and its history when it comes to race. Thank you for telling the story, all of you.
Thank you.
Again, the book is called White Like Her. It is available right now. We'll be right back.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.